Hello and welcome to Team 4's Design Pattern Solution presentation. I'm Nick Hazelden alongside Jamesia Moore and Caleb Finns, and today we're going to be talking about the facade design pattern and how we intend to apply it to our electronic medical record software, DocChart. A facade can be described as an outward appearance that is maintained to conceal a less pleasant or creditable reality. The term is typically used to describe the external appearance of a building, but as you'll see, it can also be applied to software development. The facade of the building pictured in this slide is masking all the less appealing structure which is doing most of the work in keeping the building standing. This is where the facade design pattern gets its namesake. Next slide, please. The facade design pattern is a design pattern used in software development that is meant to improve the readability and usability of a software. This is achieved by the implementation of an interface class called a facade class that inherits the other classes. So, if we go back to the building analogy from the last slide for a minute, this interface is acting as the facade of the entire program, taking what could be a messy, unappealing, or hard to use program and allows the user to only have access to what is useful or necessary to them. We feel as though going with the facade design pattern is the best course of action for DocChart, specifically because of the user-friendly nature of it. It will be important for doctors and patients to be able to use DocChart as easily and hassle-free as possible, and by implementing the facade design pattern, we feel that we can easily achieve that.
This is Caleb Finns, and I will be explaining DocChart's class diagram. So as you can see here, we have our class diagram. At the top of the diagram is our facade class, called Patient Facade. Patient Facade inherits patient appointment and prescription, and then uses inheritance to execute its two methods, new appointment and find patient record. These methods will perform everything that DocChart is intended to do. An added benefit of using the facade design pattern is that our testing phase may be easier due to the fact that the user won't have direct access to the classes, but instead will only be able to access what the facade class allows them to, and will help to prevent potential exploits the user could find. This could also benefit the overall security of DocChart. As far as the patient appointment and prescription classes, they all function in just about the same exact way. Each class represents the object they are named after and are only intended to be used by patient facade when needed. Almost all of the logic for DocChart is going to be written in the facade patients method, while the other object classes will act as data types meant to be used by the facade class.
Hello, I am Jamesia Moore. The most important question is how are we going to implement the facade design pattern into DocChart? With creating a UML diagram, it has kind of helped us figure out how we should go about implementing it. But we still need to figure out how we intend to implement the facade patient class so that the application is successful. In order to achieve this, we should first start by tackling the main objective, which is turning the patient, appointment, and prescription classes into abstract classes. Then we will have a facade class inherit these newly abstracted classes and finally write new appointment method and find patient records methods in facade patient. That will manipulate the data provided by patient, appointment, and prescription. In the end, this should help with time efficiency in getting the application done as soon as possible.